Before in Nigeria, anytime you are hearing about insecurity, it is always the masses, the poor people who can't secure themselves, who don't have police attached to them. When you hear about kidnapping, always the poor, and so on and so forth. But it seems that the insecurity in Nigeria is taking a new shape. Now, what we are hearing is that monarchs, the emirs, the obis, the obas, the onis, and so on and so forth, they are becoming the victim of the insecurity challenges in Nigeria. And that is an indication to tell you that no matter what you do, there is karma that will pay you back. No matter how you support an evil government, defend an evil government because maybe they are paying you or you are having a benefit that shuts your mouth up, there is always a payback. Now, the Sharia Reporters is reporting that there is tension in Lagos community as gunmen kill Monarch's son. The article was written on August 26, 2024, and it reads, there is palpable panic in the Ajiran community in the Agunji area of Ndeki, Lagos State, following the brutal killing of Demonda, the first son of the Ojomu of Ajiran land, Tijani Akinloye. According to a source who wished to remain anonymous due to sensitive nature of the incident, the assassination occurred on Monday near Ebano Supermarket along Chevron Drive. The killing has caused widespread panic, leading many residents to flee the area, Punch reports. A notice from the management of an estate in the community confirmed the incident, advising residents to stay clear of Chevron, Agunji, and Ajiran for their safety. The statement reads, we wish to inform all residents that the son of the Ajiran Agunji King was assassinated today along Chevron Drive near Ebano Supermarket. We urge our esteemed residents to avoid the Chevron, Agunji, Ajiran areas for the time being to ensure their safety. The spokesperson for the Lagos State Police Command, Benjamin Hundeyin, stated that he was not yet informed about the situation, but assured that he will provide an update once he had more details. I am not aware. I will contact you once I am privy to the information, he said. End of the article. Now, he is a son of a monarch, a son of a rich man, a son of a king. And that is why you see the news reports about it. So what about the poor masses who are not, worthy, not influential? So they won't report them. And that is what has been happening when poor people die, especially if it is singled by a person. Nobody reports that. Unless maybe a community is being raised, and you will even see people who hardly report it apart from Sharia reporters. So it's unfortunate of what is going on. Now, let us go into what is trending with the Rise News. This is my first time of seeing Reuben Abati really condemning what is going on in Tinubu's administration, because now they are saying that they are the targets. Yes, the newsmen, people on the media, the bloggers like us, we are becoming the target because they have been able to count up to 100 journalists detained by Tinubu since he assumed office last year. We want them, but only few people listen to us. They thought that it's going to be like, good luck administration as usual. But they are saying that Abacha was learning when it comes to tyranny and oppressing people's freedom compared to what Tinubu is doing today. Take a listen.
Now, what this, brings up is the plight of journalists under the Tinubu administration. Media Rights Agenda, a few months ago, did, a collation in terms of the freedom to be, to practice journalism, and then found that, look, under President Tinubu, quite a significant number of journalists, over 100, have either been intimidated or detained or harassed or questioned, which then faces us with a major irony, as that Media Rights Agenda report was saying, that, look, you have a president in position who is himself a media owner, The Nation, TVC, other platforms, and it is very strange that under his watch, journalists will be subjected to any form of embarrassment. The second thing, of course, is that, look, we also have very prominent journalists who are in this government. So the Tinubu administration will ordinarily say, well, we are not intimidating journalists, we are not harassing journalists. But the point to be made is that, look, journalists have a constitutional right under Section 22 of the Constitution to be the fourth estate of the realm, the watchdog, to hold government accountable. So whatever journalists do, it's within the purview of that constitutional responsibility, further extended under Section 39 of the Constitution. However, the point I always make in this regard is that journalists also have a responsibility, to practice what I call, or what Francis S. Merrill in his book of the same title, because responsible journalism, the fact that you are a journalist does not give you the right to be reckless or to be negative, to be professionally contrarian. No. So it's a balance in there, about the responsibility of the state and also the responsibility of the journalist. But let it not become a pattern, as media rights agenda has warned, that under President Tinubu, there seems to be an attempt, to intimidate. Let's just use that soft word, to intimidate the media.
It's just 15 months in this administration, and if we have 100, that's a cause for concern. It's worrying. And so Mr. Soyinka's case is one of a number of cases that we've seen in recent times. If it's not journalists, it is people who are organizing protests that they say they have foreign influence or interference. If it's not that, it is people who are on X or on social media platforms who disappear and they find that they are in DSS custody. I think the big question for this story is, why did they detain him? Up until now, there's been no concrete reason as to why he's been detained. Whether is it a red flag for treason, as this has become very common? No, what is the case? Because what this signals is intimidation, especially for people who are in media. That's just the truth. Mr. Soyinka was the the pioneer editor of BBC Pidgin, and now he's moved on to Conversation Africa as regional editor. And it's important to note that there hasn't been any reason given for his passport being withheld, for his detention on his arrival from the United Kingdom, early hours of the morning at the airport. The press freedom is what we push for. And let me take it back finally to the statement, what we had talked about this morning with regards to the president's speech at the NBA conference. The last thing he said is that, and we will tolerate dissenting views. But he put a caveat within the ambit of the law, ambit of the laws of Nigeria. Now, that caveat is open wide for deliberation because they will say they are justified. It's a threat to national security. But when you look at the details of the case, you cannot see the merit in that. So that's where the disconnection is. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an activist himself. He was able to speak out under the most difficult of administrations and also under the most tolerant of administrations under the Jonathan administration. He must extend that same goodwill to Nigerian people to speak their minds even if they dissent with him.
You see,
very quickly,
we always lie that balance is the watchword. No, balance is a farce. As journalists, we should be objective and uphold the truth. The question I should ask is, what is the truth for every matter? Delegiwa was famously quoted to have said, it is the role of the government to hide the details. It is the role of the journalist to be able to unearth what the government has hidden. In all these cases, from PDOM to everybody, the question is, if we would do an investigative journalism work, it's incumbent on you, government, to be able to say, okay, this is your own side of the story. But does it negate the truth? Most of the leaks that have come out, is it not factual of things that have happened? So if we are all saying that, were there not people that brought out what happened in the Watergate scandal? So let's be realistic. Because what we are saying invariably is that, don't tell the truth. Keep it under wraps. You will have a story now, you will report it, government position, which we know might be a lie, supersedes the true position of things. Wasn't it here that we sat down that a spokesperson in Kanu for police was lying about a bombing, and based on questions here, he recanted what he said? What we should look at is digging the truth. See, I'm not saying if those people now lie and embellish, they should not be found out. They should be disgraced. But we can't have a point in the country where people, in the spirit of balance, we are not able to dig out the truth. So what is the truth about the matter? Okay, till today, we've not known the truth about what really happened between the police and the Shia situation. Till today, we've not really known the truth about what happened. DSS will first deny. So in the name of balance, where we can't dig out, DSS will first deny. Why did they finally accept that this guy was arrested?
That's the truth.
Let us get the truth out, because that's why this society is moribund and dead.
All right.